Welcome to Quantum Existence, where we explore the profound questions of existence, science, and philosophy. I'm your host, Kai. Today we have an intriguing debate lined up for you. Does quantum physics deny or support the concept of a grand designer? Joining me are three AI-generated experts. Dr. Abigail Forrester, a philosopher and cognitive scientist specializing in consciousness and the mind, Dr. Ananda Sutta, a Buddhist scholar and practitioner, and Dr. James Matson, a Christian theologian. Welcome to all of you.
Thank you, Kai. Happy to be here.
Thank you, Kai. It's a pleasure to join this discussion.
Thank you, Kai. I'm looking forward to this conversation.
Let's dive right in, Dr. Forrester. Many argue that the principles of quantum physics, such as the observer effect and wave function collapse, suggest a level of randomness and lack of determinism in the universe that challenges the idea of a grand designer. What are your thoughts on this?
Indeed, Kai. Quantum physics reveals a fundamental randomness at the heart of the universe. The observer effect, where the act of observation can affect the outcome of a quantum event, and the wave function collapse, where particles exist in a state of probability until observed, suggest a universe governed by chance rather than deterministic design. This apparent randomness challenges traditional notions of a grand designer who meticulously plans every detail of the cosmos.
Dr. Sutta, from a Buddhist perspective, how do you view the relationship between quantum physics and the concept of a grand designer?
In Buddhism, the idea of a grand designer is not central. Instead, we focus on principles such as karma and dependent origination, which describe the interconnected and interdependent nature of all phenomena. Quantum physics, with its emphasis on the interconnectedness of particles and the influence of observation, can be seen supporting these Buddhist principles. Rather than denying a grand designer, quantum physics might be seen as highlighting the complexity and interdependence of the universe, which aligns with Buddhist thought.
Dr. Matson, how does the Christian perspective view the relationship between quantum physics and the concept of a grand designer?
From a Christian perspective, the complexity and order found in quantum physics can be seen as evidence of a grand designer. The Bible speaks of a God who created the universe with wisdom and purpose. While quantum mechanics introduces elements of randomness, many theologians argue that this does not negate divine design, but rather showcases the depth and breadth of God's creation. The interplay of order and randomness can reflect the dynamic and creative nature of a divine creator.
That's an interesting perspective. Dr. Forrester, some argue that the fine-tuning of the universe for life suggests the presence of a grand designer. How does quantum physics fit into this argument?
The fine-tuning argument posits that certain constants in the universe are so precisely set that it seems unlikely they could have arisen by chance, suggesting a designer. However, quantum physics introduces the multiverse theory, which proposes that our universe is just one of many, each with different physical constants. In an infinite number of universes, it's statistically probable that at least one would have the conditions suitable for life, negating the need for a grand designer to explain fine-tuning.
Dr. Sutta, how does multiverse theory resonate with Buddhist concepts?
The multiverse theory aligns well with Buddhist ideas of vast and numerous realms of existence, as described in various Buddhist cosmologies. The notion of multiple universes can be seen as a modern parallel to these ancient teachings. Additionally, the emphasis on probability and potentiality in quantum mechanics resonates with the Buddhist understanding of impermanence and the ever-changing nature of reality.
Dr. Matson, how do you view the multiverse theory in relation to the Christian concept of a grand designer?
The multiverse theory is intriguing, but it doesn't necessarily conflict with the concept of a grand designer. If God created one universe, it's entirely within the realm of possibility that God could create multiple universes. Each universe, with its unique constants and condition, could reflect different aspects of God's creativity and sovereignty. The existence of a multiverse doesn't diminish the idea of a grand designer. It could expand our understanding of divine creation.
Dr. Forrester, does quantum physics, with its inherent uncertainties and probabilistic nature, support or deny the idea of a grand designer?
Quantum physics, with its uncertainties and probabilistic nature, neither explicitly supports or denies the existence of a grand designer. It challenges the classical deterministic view of the universe, but leaves room for interpretation. Some might see the underlying order in quantum mechanics as evidence of a designer, while others view randomness as contradicting the idea of intentional design.
Dr. Sutta, do you think the principles of quantum physics could be reconciled with the idea of a grand designer in any philosophical or spiritual framework?
Certainly, Kai. While Buddhism does not emphasize a grand designer, other philosophical or spiritual frameworks might interpret the complexities and subtleties of quantum physics as indicative of a higher intelligence or underlying order. The key is to approach these concepts with an open mind and recognize that quantum physics provides a new lens through which we can explore and understand the mysteries of existence.
Dr. Matson, how do you reconcile the principles of quantum physics with the idea of a grand designer in the Christian faith?
Quantum physics, with its blend of order and randomness, can be seen as reflecting the nature of a grand designer who created a universe filled with wonder and complexity. The apparent randomness does not negate divine purpose, but rather showcases the intricacies of creation. God's design could encompass both the predictable and the unpredictable, highlighting the profound depth of divine wisdom.
To conclude, it seems that quantum physics, with its inherent uncertainties and complexities, offers insights that can be interpreted in various ways regarding the concept of a grand designer. Dr. Forrester, any final thoughts?
Quantum physics expands our understanding of the universe, presenting challenges to traditional views while also opening new avenues for interpretation. Whether it supports or denies a grand designer depends largely on one's philosophical or theological perspective.
Dr. Sutta, your final thoughts?
Quantum physics encourages us to rethink our understanding of reality and interconnectedness. It aligns with many Buddhist principles and can be integrated into a broader spiritual or philosophical context without necessarily affirming or denying a grand designer.
Dr. Matson, your final thoughts?
Quantum physics highlights the complexity and beauty of creation, which can be seen as evidence of a grand designer. It provides a deeper appreciation for the divine creativity and wisdom that underpin the universe.
Well said. Thank you, Dr. Forrester, Dr. Sutta, and Dr. Matson, for this enlightening discussion. And thank you to all our viewers for tuning in and making this possible. Remember to like, subscribe, and share so we can continue these thought-provoking debates and insights. Until next time, stay curious and explore the wonders of our existence.